Okay, let's dive right into this explainer and debunk a massive myth today. If you're starting an online business, you are probably dreading that legendary red tape of getting a GST registration. You're expecting to wait weeks, right? Well, today, we are breaking down a highly specific and totally legal fast-track method from our sources that literally bypasses all that usual government bureaucracy.
The magic number here is 30. Honestly, I was amazed to find this out, but it is actually possible to get your active GST number, complete with your login credentials, in under 35 minutes. Seriously, you don't have to wait days for approval if you just know exactly which conditions you need to meet.
So, here is our step-by-step roadmap for today. We'll start with the 30-minute magic, cover the Rule 14A strict conditions, and look at your portal first steps. Then we'll dive straight into filling your business profile, that crucial Aadhaar authentication step, and finally, getting ready for officer verification.
Section 1. The 30-minute GST magic, navigating the fast-track lane.
Section 2. Rule 14A, strict conditions. The catch to the 30-minute magic.
So, Rule 14A is incredibly specific about who actually qualifies for this. For your business-to-business or B2B supplies, your tax liability literally cannot exceed 2.5 lakh rupees in any given month. If you stay under that ceiling, you're golden. But here's the kicker. For business-to-consumer supplies, there's absolutely no limit. You could have massive B2C turnover and still completely qualify for this hyper-fast registration track.
Keep in mind, though, this isn't some sort of set-it-and-forget-it situation. The source material highlights 3 major ongoing rules you gotta follow. First off, Aadhaar authentication, absolutely mandatory. Second, you really must be diligent about filing your regular GST returns. And third, this is a big one, if your B2B liability ever breaches that 2.5 lakh limit in any month, the system will actually force you to withdraw from the scheme. Basically, you'll drop right back into the normal, much slower registration queue.
Section 3. Portal registration. First steps. Kicking off the application.
Building your foundation simply starts at gst.gov.in. You just click New Registration as a taxpayer and input your legal business name exactly, and I mean exactly as it appears on your PAN card. Throw in your state and contact details to get your one-time passwords. Once those are validated, boom, the system generates your TRN, which is your temporary reference number.
Now, whatever you do, do not lose this number. Seriously, take a screenshot of it immediately. Your TRN is literally your key to getting back into your draft application. Our sources explicitly note that you have exactly 15 days to finish the application using this TRN. If you let that 15-day window close, well, your application expires and you are starting all over again from absolute zero.
Section 4. Filling your business profile. Getting to 100% completion.
Okay, so this right here is the most common pitfall, and it's hiding right in the Business Details tab. There is a specific toggle asking if you are opting for registration under Rule 14A. You absolutely must manually select Yes. If you accidentally leave it at No, you forfeit the fast track entirely. Your application gets kicked over to a tax officer for manual review, they'll likely raise clarifications, and you'll be stuck waiting for days or even weeks. But selecting Yes tells the system to process you automatically, assuming you meet those limits we just talked about.
Now, when you are proving your principal place of business, the portal is going to demand specific proof depending on your setup. So if you're operating out of a relative's property with their consent, you'll need a signed consent letter plus a utility bill. Renting? Just upload a valid rent agreement. And if you own the place, upload the legal ownership document. Having the exact right document ready to go saves you from an instant, frustrating rejection.
Also, make sure you don't miss these small but super critical details. You actually have to drop a pin on a map to geotag both your residential address and your business location. You'll also need a nice, clear photo of the business owner, and you have to search for and select up to 5 HSN codes that accurately describe whatever goods or services you are selling. Oh, and here is a massive sticking point. In the Authorized Signatories tab, you absolutely must check the box nominating that person as the primary authorized signatory. If you forget that single little checkbox, your profile never reaches 100% and you just won't be able to submit it.
Section 5. The Aadhaar authentication step. Starting the countdown clock.
Right, so when you are finally about to submit your application using an electronic verification code, the system is going to ask if you want to opt for other authentication. You've got to say yes here. Once submitted, your application just sits there in a pending for validation state.
The portal will shoot an eKYC link straight to your registered email. You click that link, agree to the consent stuff, punch in your Aadhaar number, and validate the OTP sent to your phone. And once that authenticates successfully, the portal generates your application reference number, or ARN.
Our sources actually gave us a real-world timeline of this exact process in action. So get this, the Aadhaar authentication was completed at exactly 4 p.m. 2 minutes later, at 4:02, the ARN generation email landed. And then, at exactly 4:36 p.m., the welcome email arrived with the active GST registration number and login password. That is literally just 34 minutes. It's incredibly efficient when you do it right.
Section 6. Ready for officer verification. The post-credit reality check.
Now, getting that login password is not the end of the story. You have to immediately implement a compliance checklist at your premises because the GST officer will be calling or visiting within a few days. You need to print and prominently display your new registration certificate inside and put up a permanent signboard right outside with your GST number on it. Plus, keep a physical file totally ready with the owner's original PAN, Aadhaar cards, and rent agreements.
Basically, treat the arrival of that GST number as the starting gun to get your physical office in perfect legal order. The source stresses that physical verification by the department is 100% mandatory for anyone using this Rule 14a shortcut. When that officer shows up, you want to leave them with absolutely zero room for objections. If your signboard is up, your certificate is beautifully framed, and your documents are in a neat little file, that verification is going to be an absolute breeze.
So, with your documents prepped and the strict boundaries of Rule 14a fully understood, you now possess the actual blueprint to get compliant at lightning speed. But it leaves us with one critical question. Are you truly ready to beat the bureaucracy today? Or will a single missing signboard cost you your fast-track status?